It is difficult to put into actual words just how excited I am for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a revelation to me because, as I've said many times on our videos, I thought that movie was going to be terrible. I crap talked it for like a year before it opened, and then I did, and I was like, wow, that was amazing. And so we've seen about 30 minutes of footage at the last two CinemaCons of this movie. It looks fantastic, super excited. So going into Spider-Verse, Across the Spider-Verse, what do I think are the top 5 best Spider-Man comics or Spider-Man movies so far? And that is the subject of today's Mint Mobile hotline question of the day. Listen, guys, if you got a question or topic you'd like to see us do a video on or hear on our podcast, call it in anytime 24/7 at 951-268-4259. And here is that question. Check it out.
Hi, John. This is Daniel from Arkansas. With Across the Spider-Verse approaching within just a week, I was wondering, what are your top 5 Spider-Man movies? Thanks, and bring on Filthy.
All right, Daniel, thanks a lot for calling that in. Now, look, I'm always a little hesitant to do top lists because I've literally had people tell me that they absolutely hate me and my family lineage because I put some film at the number 6 spot instead of the number 7 spot. I mean, it's crazy because all of our lists will look different and nothing will, spur more, debate and outrage and whatever than doing a list. But we're going to do that as we're heading into Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Here are what I believe are the 5 best Spider-Man movies, starting at number 5. And this will be a controversial one because not everybody likes The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one with Andrew Garfield, but I don't care. I did. I thought this was a really fun little movie, a definite change of pace from what we were getting in the Sam Raimi movies, granted, and not the best Spider-Man movie. And let's not discuss about where things went with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I thought the first one was really good. And not only did I really like, Andrew Garfield as Spider-Man, I really liked the dynamic between Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy. And I often do not like romances in my comic book movies, but that one worked for me. So for me, number 5 is Across the The Amazing Spider-Man. At number 4 for me, I have Spider-Man Homecoming, the first Tom Holland one. I didn't know how this would be. Tom Holland seemed like an interesting choice to be the new Spider-Man, and who among us did not fall in love with Tom Holland as Spider-Man? He is a great successor to Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in that role. Michael Keaton in it was absolutely fantastic. I was nervous that they were going to use Iron Man in it too much because I was afraid it was going to be Iron Man 4 with special guest star Spider-Man, but it turned out to be wonderful and it kicked off a great new leg for the Spider-Man franchise. All right. I think the third best Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man No Way Home. One of the biggest box office success films of all time. It went full kind of crazy multiverse kind of nonsense. Instead of Iron Man, we had Doctor Strange in this one. And they brought back a lot of the classic villains from the old, and obviously they brought back Tobey and Andrew and a whole lot to like. Now, I don't think the movie was like Best Picture kind of quality. It had certain things in it that in hindsight maybe don't age as well, but this was a bonkers fun movie that was incredibly successful with the audience, with the box office. It was just fantastic. Spider-Man No Way Home is my third best Spider-Man movie. Going into the number 2 spot, and number 2 and number 1 are very, very close for me, like painfully close. But I'm going to go in the number 2 spot, Sam Raimi's masterpiece, Spider-Man 2. For a very long time, a lot of people considered Spider-Man 2 maybe to be the best comic book movie ever made. And it remains to this day on a lot of people's top 10 comic book films, period, all time. It is a brilliant film, one of the best comic book movies ever made. And, of course, Doc Ock in it was absolutely fantastic, which is part of the reason why I love Spider-Man No Way Home so much, is that they did bring him back. Loved it. So Spider-Man 2 just barely doesn't get the number 1 spot, but it ends up in the number 2 spot for me. And of course, that leads us to the movie that I crap talked for over a year and told everybody was a waste of time and said it would never be good. And here it is at number 1 on my list, Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse in 2018. Miles Morales owns this list. I was absolutely and continue to be completely floored every time I rewatch this movie about the sheer amount of heart and emotion and charm that this thing carried, on top of the great humor and action and, comic book lore that's in it, crossing the various different Spider-Men and all that kind of stuff. And I legitimately thought, and to this day I believe, that in 2018, which is the same year that Avengers Infinity War and Black Panther came out, I believe Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was the best comic book movie that year. And I believe, even though it won the Academy Award for Best Animated Film, to this day, I firmly believe it deserved a Best Picture nomination. I think it was the third best movie of the year overall. And so for me, that's it. Once again, recapping my top 5. Number 5, The Amazing Spider-Man. Number 4, Spider-Man Homecoming. Number 3, Spider-Man No Way Home. Number 2, Spider-Man 2 by Sam Raimi. And my number 1 Spider-Man film of all time is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which leads us now into Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Cannot wait to watch it. We want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. From the gas pump to the grocery store, your utility bills and favorite streaming services, inflation is everywhere. Seriously, make it stop. Thankfully, there's one company out there that's giving you a much needed break. It's Mint Mobile. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. You guys know that ever since I switched to Mint Mobile, I've been saving almost 70% a month over my old phone plan. For people looking for extra savings this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. By going online only and eliminating the traditional cost of retail, Mint Mobile passes the significant savings on to you. All of their plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. Use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and keep your same phone number along with all your existing contacts. Switch to Mint Mobile and get premium wireless service starting at just $15 a month. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea. Question is for you guys. What does your top 5 Spider-Man movie list look like? Odds are it's probably totally different from mine. I'm sure you've got some of the same movies. Maybe they're in different orders. Maybe you've got a different number 1. Whichever films are your top 5, go ahead and drop that down in the description below. And let me know if you are as excited for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse as I am. Jump down into the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Hey guys, thanks for checking out our video. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and check out our daily podcast, the John Campea Show podcast, available on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts. And also, make sure you subscribe to our John Campea daily newsletter. You'll find the links down in the description of this video.